Hi guys, today we're going to talk about handmade watercolors. So I am pretty excited about this new palette, and I'll kind of explain a bit more where it's come from and everything. But for probably since May, I have started to collect some colours every week, here and there, a few colours. And so I wanted to go through those with you today and explain a little bit about what's happening here. So the first colours here are from Nibs Pens and Ink. I think I've talked about her quite a lot on the channel. I really love her colours. The second ones here are from a shop that's new to me. These are from Colours of the Iron range. They are gorgeous. They're so gorgeously packaged. And these are the colours that I've been looking for to replace some of the Rivervale ones. She doesn't always have them in stock, so that shop is perfect for that. And then these ones here, so they're very earth colours. These ones here are from Beam Paints. So she is in Canada, so everything on the Beam Paints website is in Canadian dollars. So they are a little bit cheaper in the US than what they appear on the site, but they're gorgeous, and she doesn't use plastic. And then these ones here are from Earth Mineral Arts. So these are also really nice paints, but for the price, you know, if you're on a budget, I think there are other options. These ones, the pans aren't necessarily as full, and, you know, there might be some better options, but they're still really lovely paints. It's just that if you're on a budget, I don't know that these, this little tin was quite expensive, and I felt sort of happier with some of the other purchases for that amount of money anyway. But they still are packaged beautifully, and they are a really gorgeous quality paint. You just don't necessarily get as much, and there might be some other options here. So these ones here, I actually saw on somebody's Instagram, and I had seen these a couple of years ago, I believe when they had just changed from Pip Seymour to Wallace Seymour, and I couldn't figure out where to get them in the US. And then when I saw them on the Instagram post, sort of a curiosity was rekindled, and I went on a little bit of a expedition to see where I could find them. So I found them in, again, another Canadian shop. So I will link all these shops below, and I think I have almost already listed most of them on my favourite art supplies blog post. But this shop is called Select Fine Arts. It's in Canada, so again, the Canadian dollars will be a little bit more expensive than the US, exchange rate. And so it'll be a bit cheaper is what I'm saying than it appears on the website. But these are so gorgeous, and I believe these are exactly what I've been looking for as far as bringing a bit of texture to my sort of paintings. So we're going to swatch all these out next week. I am a bit short for time, and I want to get the art journal one finished, but I'm also trying to show you here the beauty of these colours and try and find the right light here so you can actually see what they look like. So I don't want to, I want you to get the best representation possible, and they're very pale. So a lot of the ones that I got are very, very pale colours, which I really enjoy painting with. And I also think I'm very drawn to the colours of Australia. So the Australian bush, the ghost gums, the eucalyptus leaves, the sort of sage greens, and the silver greys, and the very pale earthy browns. So on their website, so you can see the colours are quite well represented there. So my favourite one, I think, is Torridon Sandstone. It's a really gorgeous colour. You can see there's even rubies, and they have the actual texture in the paint. So I'm really excited to use these and to see how this changes my paintings. You can also see the one there. It's something slate pale. It's a beautiful one as well. So I will list all the colours that I have. but if you go on the website, you can actually, so they've broken it down into like names for the, so there's 4 groups of the watercolors. There's like A to D, E to G, H to M, N to Z, or something like that. And you can click on the group, you can look up the color name, and then there's also a watercolor chart you can look up, which has just this beautiful range of colors. It's really incredible. So these are the colours sort of that I chose, and I still want to keep collecting them. I'm really in love with the textures and the shades that they've chosen and the sort of special qualities. So I will be swatching all of these colours out for you next week. I'm really happy with, you know, everything, and I am especially happy to find the Colours of the Iron range, because those are some of my favourite colours. They have everything from Rivervale that I love in stock all the time, so I've always been scared to use my pink pipestone and thulite and porphyry violet ochre, because if she didn't have them in stock or she wasn't making them anymore. So this shop actually makes them, and they do a really beautiful version of that. You can see here I'm just showing you some of my favourites out of all these paints. These are some of the ones that I love the most. And the Citadella Gray, it's got this gorgeous granulation, like it's not actually granule, it's granules of the paint. So I'm really excited to see how these mix with other paints, how they move on the page and how they work. And I'm just finishing off the art journal, so this has taken me, I knew it would be quite a big project, and it has, you know, proven to be. So I still have a little bit more to do in the journal. I'll show you some snippets here, and then we will be doing the next part. So we'll do that in next week. And so you'll be able to see here, I am kind of halfway through the tutorial. I haven't finished editing it yet, and we still have to sew in the signatures. So, but you can see here I've added a few colours since I filmed this video, and yeah, they're just so lovely. So I'm really excited about these paints. Okay, so this is the journal that we're creating. So I've used a book that I will link in the tutorial. I have linked it before, but you can see here I've just gutted the book, and then we are creating a false spine. So we're going to sew the signatures onto this false spine inside, and we've just done some decorative cross stitch basically on the spine, the outer spine. So you can actually bind it like that, but it's quite a hassle. It's quite hard. So I've done it this way, so it looks like a really pretty spine, and then inside it's a little bit easier. I'm trying to make every part of it a little bit easier to do. So I have 4 signatures. I still need to print out some more pages and get some more papers for the inside of the book. But yeah, it's coming along. It's going to be a beautiful tutorial, and I hope you guys are having a good weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.